week. So the club will open at 4 o'clock for happy hour, and then at 9 o'clock, Mike will come on with Evolve. So we'll be doing that at 9 o'clock at the club. Mike, I wanted to talk to you today about, I saw your post earlier, and then I did a video, right? So I did a video. It's a little controversial. I get it. My goal is to be funny. The goal is to be funny and to, point out the absurdity of the situations that I see. I thought it was funny. I thought and as to be expected, we got a couple of, or at least one group that has come and said that maybe I ruffled some feathers, right? So you've seen the video. I was just curious, do you think the video is offensive? Do you think we should be able to talk about things like this? What is your take on this situation, the whole Bud Light thing? And the video.
Well, okay, so under different times, I mean, first of all, I thought it was hilarious.
Well, thank you. That was
yeah, like it was, if you would have seen that on a comedy channel, you would have laughed. I mean, you would have laughed your ass off. It was really, really funny, and it was being ironic. So, and I thought that was like fairly obvious.
Right.
So, I mean, I understand the times that we live in now. I think people get triggered real easy. It's really, for me, it's really to find humor in things and to know when somebody's being malicious. I mean, my husband laughed his ass off when he saw your video. I mean, he was like, from the moment like he saw you with the wig on and the whole deal, he was laughing, and throughout the whole thing, he was laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing.
And he's not a fan of mine. He's not been a fan of mine before, so he'll tell you if he's mad at me, right? Like, he'll definitely be the first.
I mean, I don't want you to stop doing. First of all, I never want you to stop being you.
Right.
Because that would be a damn shame. Because and the thing is, if you're the owner of a club, I'm a disc jockey, so people see us and they think they have these ideas of us and how we're supposed to be and all of these other things, and they forget that we're human. And they don't, and they may not really know who we are as people, not be able to say something when you want to say something.
Sure.
And for me, I mean, like I thought it was, number one, you've shown yourself to be an ally, to my community when you've never had to.
Right.
And I know that through your actions, not by what you say, not by what you post. I know that from how you behaved with me and the conversations that you and I've had, so that we could bring about, bigger change in a bigger way. So, especially when you're trying to do something that's kind of making light of the situation where everybody's gotten so serious.
Yeah, I walked right into my field. I was well aware of it, but we put a lot of thought into it. The whole goal was to not be mean. I didn't want to be mean to anybody. That was not the goal, to be mean. The goal was just to put it into a light, put this subject into a light. I see the whole controversy as absurd. So for me, that was kind of the basis of the thing. I wanted it to be absurd. Everything was absurd about it because I find the whole controversy absurd. So where the line is, are we allowed to be funny? Are we allowed to talk about this stuff? Or have we gotten to the point where conversations just shut down? We're not even allowed to agree anymore.
I think humor's healthy. And I think if we can't laugh about stuff, then we're in a pretty dangerous place. The world is going to tell you what it wants you to do.
Yeah.
It's up to you to react that way.
Sure.
It's really up to each one of us to go ahead and say, you know what? No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm just not. People live in extremes now. Nobody's really kind of centered, and nobody's really asking the question, who am I? You know what I mean?
Sure.
Knows you. Knows that was just really just kind of slapstick. It was classic Keith.
It's not just about me specifically. I'm talking about the conversation in general. Can people have these discussions? Can we have a civil discussion?
You're the object, you're the target right now, but at one point or another, we've all been targets.
Oh, yeah.
And to answer your question about can we have the conversation? Yeah, you're damn right. We better be having the conversation.
I would think so. That's my goal.
Because if something is absurd, it needs to be called absurd. And if it's flat on its face, it's absurd. Because if you get distracted, then you're a pawn. You're not really a person. I think people need to start remembering those kinds of things instead of getting upset at every little nuance and every little thing. Yeah, it may not be perfect, but it really wasn't feather ruffling.
Feather ruffling. All right. Well, I appreciate it, Mike. You go on live tomorrow at 9 o'clock. That would be Friday at 9 o'clock. I look forward to seeing you then. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.
All right. I love you, sir.
Love you.
All right. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Get some sleep. Sorry I kept you awake.
You got it, bro.